2, 1, hit.
And we are live Sunday night with those guys. And Sunday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys.
See, that was done so well. And we've been doing it for so long. We need to record that, man. What's up, the fly? What's up, Stefan? How are you, man? I hope all is well with you over. I can say across the pond because there's water between us there.
Yeah, there's water between us and a lot of people. Good evening, everyone. How is everyone doing?
How are you, Herman?
I'm hanging in there, can't complain. I mean, if I complain, who's going to listen?
This is true because we both had a very, very, very interesting last couple of days. And here comes Tom.
Yeah, a lot of things.
That's good. So now we can go to 3 screen. It won't switch between. Tim Jackson, what's good, sir?
Mr. Jackson.
To you. Top of the morning to you, Tim Jackson, over in Australia.
Morning, Mr. Jackson. Hey, Tom, how's it going?
All is well. I hope all is well. How are you?
How are you?
What's up, Tom?
Hey, Lawrence, how are you?
I'm good, man. How are you doing? How's being back in New York after being teased with a little bit of the West Coast?
Sucks. Short answer. Okay, don't worry.
I totally.
I have a lot more in me than that.
Michael McReynolds, how are you? Colton Butler, how are you guys?
It's not so bad, Tom.
Click that like button early, guys.
Could be worse, Herman. Could be worse.
Yeah, you know.
Can always be worse, Herman.
This is true. Well,
today, yes, everyone, feel free to hit that like button on the way in. That way you don't have to hit it on the way out.
Right. Today was a good day here in New York City. The 5 boroughs, it hit a temperature an all-time high. Well, right now, outside where I live, and I live 4 blocks in the Atlantic Ocean, it's 77 degrees, and it feels like 76. It was so nice of a day. I flew this morning with Jamerson, who, by the way, has an FPV, DJI FPV system.
James Jameson?
Yes. And he was like, yo, I wanted you to come out and show me a few things. So I'm under the impression he's going to go, Joe, I don't know how to fly it. And I don't own a system. So I can only teach him once he's in the air how to fly. But to make a long story short, he comes and he pulls out his goggles and he puts them on. He's like, yeah, I was in sports mode a couple of times and blah, blah. I was like, dodged a bullet. But I was showing him actually some, in normal mode, I was showing him some proximity flying.
Mm-hmm.
And then once he comes back and does that, he was flying between like a highway of trees. And they were maybe about 10 to 12 feet wide, the gap was. And I had him go through real slow and look and see what scraggle branches were. And by the second battery, he was going through by himself pretty good. So it was a good run anyway. Good. What's up, Welsh Rob? And everybody. And then, but today was such a good day, Herman.
Mm-hmm.
I flew twice today. I went and flew with Jamerson. Okay. And back home and chilled out for about an hour and a half, and then went back out and flew with Justin. And when Justin and we flew on the beach, down in the sand, and then we had 2 more packs left each. So I said, let's go to the other side of the boardwalk and fly where the workout equipment is and stuff. And we're flying, and Anthony Charles comes up. He's like, yo, I was over there working out and I just kept hearing something back and forth. And he came over. He said, that had to be Lawrence, but it wasn't. It was Justin. But he was right. We were flying FPV over there. That was a mouthful. But I had a really good day. It's been a long time since I flew twice in one day. Seriously, man. Tom, I needed it.
You getting out?
Yeah, no, we went out. We did some bike riding today. So
where at?
We went to Randall's Island today.
Oh, okay.
But
I'll tell you some great bike riding there.
Governor's Island is open back up.
Yeah, it opened up yesterday. Yep.
Huh?
It opened yesterday.
Yeah. Would you be able to take your e-bikes across the ferry to ride around over there?
Not yet. Didn't say we won't, but not yet.
Okay.
Okay.
But I was just wondering how the ferry thing worked with the e-bikes. Could you take your e-bike on the Staten Island ferry? I know
Absolutely. Yeah, sure.
because it's electric. You can't take nothing gas powered on because they
Yeah,
stop.
no, they're considered regular bicycles. Class 2 and Class 1 are bicycles.
Oh,
Class 3, they can give you a hard time, but they wouldn't stop you from getting on the ferry with it. No.
Well, good.
okay, all right.
Bob, I'm
I
glad.
didn't know they had such a thing, but
Yeah,
Well,
there's actually 3 classes. It's recognized by most states. That's what they use. Actually, e-bikes are now allowed in national parks. So they're not considered motorized vehicles. They're considered enhanced bicycles. That's all. And if they stop me on it, I'll ask them if were they ever tutored on the American Disabilities Act. It's a mobility device. Okay, there you go. Pretty sure I'd scare them off with that one, Herman. No, we had a good time. It was nice to get out there and ride because you are pedaling. It's got pedal assist, but that just helps flatten out some of the hills. That's all.
well, it was interesting to fly today. Justin and I, with people are used to us flying in the spots where we were because when we're down in the sand, because the sand is below the boardwalk, people
Right.
line up and watch us fly and practice and stuff. And then when we went to the other side, Anthony Charles walked up. I heard a voice, and I'm like, wait a minute. And I see, yeah, Jess came. He was working out on the other side of the building from where we were flying.
Okay.
To finishing off those 2 packs. So we hung out and chilled and talked for a little bit, and
Well, he was working out on the beach equipment.
he let me, yes,
Yeah.
and he let me know that he sent back his 2S.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah.
2S.
Why?
And he said basically, and he's, hey, rigor mortis. He said basically, it's a nice drone. It's a decent drone. But if you already have the Mavic 2 Pro, that. Now he said for that, and these were his words. He said for people who do not own the Mavic 2 Pro, then this would be a good drone to invest in. And I can understand what he's saying. It makes a lot of sense. I mean, it's personal preference. He likes his
I
Mavic
kind of think the
over it.
2S is starting to outclass the 2 Pro. You got 4K 60. You got 4K 60.
I'm on the ropes, and you're going 1 2 1 2. Like,
Look.
I totally understand where you're coming from, Tom. My only knock on it
Aperture?
is the app. No, the app.
Oh, Fly app.
Yeah,
the Fly app will get better, Herman, because
the interface, it doesn't give me as much features as it did with the other app on the
Go 4 app.
control. Yeah, it's control.
Yeah, the Go 4 app.
And
They're
the
standardizing
way it
on
actually operates.
They're standardizing on the Fly app, and I think it'll get better quickly. Also, I think they'll add some HUD devices into the Fly app where they were kind of limited in the Go 4 app. So I think you'll see it get better, Herman.
standardized app now. I would like to know
What happened?
the standardized app that everyone's using now.
Well, for these drones now, I guess the consumer products, yeah. But
any aircraft, air or below, is using the Fly app. The Pro 2, the Zoom, the Phantom, all use the Go 4 app.
Yeah, but like if you look at the on their listing when you go for the support and everything on the through the store, it's all considered as their consumer drones.
And there's a pilot app also, but that's more for the enterprise stuff.
What's Colton Butler? I missed something. It said I see you type under how many cc's in New York. Oh, with the e-bikes, under how many cc's?
No. It has to be under 750 watts. Okay. That's the rating on the motor. Okay, hub and mid mode is 750 watts. It's supposed to be class 2 and below.
You got to have it like, what is it?
Below 20. Well, there are 2 speeds: 24 miles an hour and 28 miles an hour. my bike can do 28 miles an hour because it's a simple setting change, but it comes doing 24 miles an hour at the top end. It does have throttle.
1 horsepower motor.
It's a 750 watt, 880 nanometers in torque. That's the rating on the motor itself. So it look, going up a steep hill, pedal assist 3 or 4, as long as you can keep your legs going, you're going to make it up the hill with no problem whatsoever. So that's basically, as far as motorbikes and stuff like that, that's still dicey in New York City, man. They definitely arrest you if you're on an ATV. That's if they can catch you, of course.
Laughing at this. Well, I happen to know out here on the boardwalk on the beach where I am, I'm laughing at Brant Ariel's comment first. He says, "Don't let Tom talk politics, or he'll blow up the stream like he did."
He's up there. He's up there. What, Adrian at freaking 10:30 at night? And if you noticed, you don't know whether I'm a Republican or Democrat, dude. So there you go.
Was there any alcohol involved, Tom?
Negative, just a little bit of ignorance. Other than that, no.
Michael Blades FPV. This dude has just got into FPV and he's already changed his name to an FPV name.
That's a little ballsy there. I just got to say, okay.
What happened?
But he's got a Z in his name too, so there you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to give it to him then.
I did hear good things about the Air 2S, but I got the Air 2S, the Air 2, and don't think I will buy the 2S. Tim Jackson, that's highly understandable, and a lot of people.
I'm in the same place, Tim. It's just big difference in the camera. Big difference in the camera.
It is.
So the Air 2, you can forget about any nighttime shooting at all with it, really. The 2S absolutely is adept at shooting at night. Michael Blades, 1,500. Well, I guess the sooner you can sell it, the better. Mavic 2 Pro with 5 batteries, Polar Pro filters, thinking 1,500. I think you should be able to get it. I mean, it's a 1-inch sensor.
I could see around that price too. With
the 5 batteries, as long as none of them are Pop-Tarts yet, you should be fine. They're not toasty. The filters, I mean, look, Polar Pro filters are the better filters. That's good.
Yes, they are.
Smart controller or just standard controller? That sounds like a standard controller price because, smart controller by itself, I think would secondhand for no less than 500 at this point.
Rigor mortis, you're 100% right. You know why? Because I don't know what circle he put. FPV just makes it easier to find cool drone stuff. And it's true because I'm finding myself wearing drone t-shirts. I'm wearing drone hats. It's like, I can't buy a drone. All right, I want those drone sneakers now.
You got drone sneakers now?
So, we're a bunch of crack addicts, right?
T-shirts, I've seen hats, I've seen pictures on cars, I've seen billboards, but I have not seen a drone.
Yeah. Look at Herman's shirt.
Drone sneakers?
Yeah. Exactly.
They have drone sneakers, special sneakers.
Camera boys wearing a Nikon
to fly your drone.
And
dude, we're one-dimensional. What are you're outing us here, Lawrence.
What happened?
Okay, you're really outing us now. We're pretty one-dimensional, man. Okay.
I don't think they have such a thing.
I'm neither Democrat or Republican. I'm Canadian.
I'll give you that. So you have to apologize now, right? You're Canadian. Don't Canadians are constantly apologizing. I don't get it. Okay. Hey, excuse me. I'm sorry. Excuse me. I mean, so.
Hey, be careful.
I love Canadians.
See, Butler says he got a Smoking Drones t-shirt. Yeah.
All the best comedy comes out of Canada.
Fly drones. I saw a shirt and I decided not to get it because people already think I'm a mean person when I'm not. But the drone said, I understand if you don't like drones. Drones are for people who are smart.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked it. I liked the saying. I said, I had to fight. Hey, Asgard.
That's not a New Yorker shirt. The New Yorker version would say.
I had to fight not to buy that shirt. I loved it so much.
The New Yorker version of that shirt would say,
what?
I fly FPVs. Get the F out of my face. Okay. Now that'd be a New York shirt.
Hey, don't give it for your stuff, man. You gotta freaking patent that stuff, man. You gotta patent it, definitely. Anyway, happy Sunday to you guys. It's May 2nd, 2021 here in New York City. Today was a beautiful, beautiful day. If you flew paper planes, it was a day to fly. You want to know how good the day was? There was virtually no wind. On a day when the wind is blowing anywhere from 7 to about 10 to 15 miles per hour, I usually get about 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Today I was getting 6 to 8 minutes, 6 to 9 minutes per battery.
Okay.
Because there was no wind. I actually looked at the battery level like, damn, I'm ready to land already. But since I still have power, I got to drain the battery down anyway. But it was quite nice. It was quite nice. That field over there on the beach, Herman, that they that field that they light up at night, that's become a regular spot for people to work out. Anthony Charles has actually been working out there for years. Since
What
they
street
put it
is
out.
that?
Huh?
What street is that over there?
It's on Beach 29th Street. In fact, I'll pull it up on Google Maps. Give me a second right here. Let me colorize it.
Yeah, I'm good, Tim. I'm getting there. I'm getting there.
Beach 29th Street is here.
Big man.
Hold on. Let me zoom in.
How many people you have come out today, Michael?
Else is acting
Michael Blades had a meet up today in Providence. Yeah, you know what?
Did he? All right.
Eddie Nunez and I were talking about taking the ride up to Rhode Island to do some flying.
Beach 32nd Street.
Beach
Did Eddie go?
Beach 32nd Street. They have a little workout gym right here where the mouse is. Right here. Anthony Charles was here, and Justin and I were sitting right here.
We don't see it.
On the
you can't see a thing.
You sharing?
Oh shit.
You got to share.
Okay, you got an out of town crowd anyway.
This is the place, Beach 32nd Street, okay, where people park and stuff, or down this block. But let me zoom in some.
Thank you, Tim.
What the hell is happening here? Dismiss. My computer's not doing. Do you guys still hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
We hear you.
My computer just freaking, the screen just, everything, both screens just went black real quick. Let me stop sharing and try it again.
Yeah, stop sharing. You got too much going on.
Yeah.
So we can hear you.
Right here where the mouse is,
now
that's Anthony Charles works out, and people work out in here. They have the tires you flip, they play football, all of that stuff. Justin and I, he was here, and Justin and I were sitting right here, and I was flying in this direction like that. But Justin kept flying back around and in this area, and that's why I claim he heard Justin, not me.
Okay.
It was
on Justin, right?
Mad nice out there. Okay, snap, reload. What the hell happened? I lost the. Is the chat room still up?
Yeah. Everything's still running.
My studio went out. I have no control of the studio. I'm going to try and go in a different way. As long as we're still live, I guess we're good.
Yeah, we just got to see if the screen comes.
Should
be. Yeah, we're doing good. So, Michael, you had 15 there. Yeah, definitely going to hit you up.
YouTube is bugging out.
Definitely going to hit you up because Eddie and I definitely wanted to take the drive up there, maybe with the wives, see what else is up there. Seems like a nice drive.
You hear that, Herman?
Yeah.
I cannot load anything YouTube. So what I'm going to do is sit here for a few, and I can still the drone news and all of that talk is still up, but I got kicked off of YouTube, and I can get back in. And wasn't Roger having this issue?
He did once.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, as long as the chat's going, apparently I will not be able to shut down the live stream. So I'm just going to leave that window closed, and we're going to go on with the drone.
You can. It'll come back. You just sign back in
as time goes on. But that's a very valid point, Herman. It might be something what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, just sign back in.
Anyway,
Yeah, I see Rigor Mortis is saying he finds, the meetups are a lot of fun because you see how others progress and sharing. Yeah, we were saying that the other day, right?
Great.
About the meetups. That's what we love about meetups is, well, please, with us, 3 or more is a meetup because we spend most of the time talking.
True.
No, but yeah, definitely. For us, I think from here, from Queens, it's probably going to be about a 3.5 hour drive, 3.5 to 4 hour drive up to Providence, Rhode Island, for us from here. So
Actually, not too bad.
unless, of course, we go out and we take the ferry, but that's I think for a car, I don't know what it is now. It's
That takes
100 and some odd bucks.
almost the same amount of time to get to Philly,
Yeah, roughly.
depending on
Yeah.
traffic.
Yeah,
That's what I'm thinking.
I don't know, Lawrence. Philly might be a little bit quicker.
quicker.
Yeah, it's closer.
All depends on the great state of Connecticut.
Because we went down there and we flew down there. We flew. We got back on the road and made it back before the live stream.
That's true. We did do.
If I can get parking before the live stream starts, going to Philly and coming back, then Philly is a lot closer.
Yeah, that's true. That's true because we had the live stream, Tom. It was me, Justin. Actually, I drove with Herman there, and Justin and I. This is not letting me on YouTube, so I'm not even going to try. Justin and I drove back because he has to go to Queens. Oh, at that time, he was living in Jamaica, Queens, so he would go through my town and then go straight home. And Herman said he was home and parked, and I was like, "What?" I was surprised.
Yeah, Philly's not too bad. I mean, you don't catch any traffic. You do fine going to Philly.
I apologize. I cannot see the chat right now. YouTube is acting real funky. I can't even open a YouTube window.
Well, like
okay,
I said,
so I don't know what's going on, but from what I understand, we are still live, so we're going to keep on with the live stream.
Yeah,
anyway,
when you go to YouTube, right? Hold on. When you go to, you can't.
Any YouTube link, a shortcut, typing it in from Google, it's not letting me in. It when my screen went blank, it kicked me out of the studio, the YouTube studio. The analytics and people typing in the chat.
I know what it is.
Yeah. So, and I just tried a few seconds ago. All I can do is just leave it, and eventually it'll let me back in, and I'll be able to end the live stream. But
we keep the live stream up for good, and you get some more hours there. That's all.
Yeah, you're right. It's 5:22. We can get into the first story. The first one we were going to do, Tom, was the drones for trash. There's a company out there that they've created a water drone. It's a UAV that works in the water, basically, and they use it to clean up trash in places around the world where that's an issue. Now, the cool thing I like about this story is the fact that they're using it to clean up waterways. They originally created the drone to pick up plastic bags and plastic bottles that float or skim across the top of the water. You go to beaches and you'd be surprised at night from the day before how much shit washes up from someone else's beach miles away. We have that out here all the time. So they have beach combers combing the sand and all that stuff. But this was a pretty good story because the project using drones for trash cleanup is in Denmark. And this machine that they have, I actually have a video of it. I just wanted to go into the story a little, will collect. It's called the Waste Shark. It's able to collect 500 kilograms, which is about 1,100 pounds of debris a day. Now, while they were using it in certain parts of the world, giving it out for testing and stuff, they found out that they can attach a certain type of skimmer to it. And they can also use this drone to skim oil off the top of the water surface. This is the actual drone right here. It looks clunky, I agree, but this thing can collect a ton of garbage in a day.
You know what, Lawrence? Something like this, like I told you before, it's sad that we even have the ability to pick up a ton of garbage out of the water.
I agree.
But the fact that they have something like this, they need to expand this all over the world, especially here in the United States. We have sea creatures, if that's a proper term, turtles and fish. They're finding plastic in fish now. That means that fish are actually ingesting plastic.
Right, because and they're doing it because that they don't know any better. A lot of people don't know. Sea turtles and a lot of other fish out there or mammals out there eat jellyfish. And a plastic bag emulates the motion and movement of a jellyfish. Most jellyfish, some of them are propelled, some of them aren't. That's the oceanographer side of me coming out. But the ones that are propelled by the motion, the tides of the water, these bags, these turtles and everything are swallowing this stuff up.
Right. That's why they're taking away straws and trying to change the way that you actually the plastic holder for the 6-pack.
Right. But
trying to change all of those things.
The bottles, the can holders, because birds and animals were getting stuck around their heads and stuff. Now, you may not know this little statistic also, but every year us humans put 8 million tons of garbage into the oceans every year. Okay, and this story is good. I like it because you can sync this particular drone. I'll show the video again. With the first one that they did it with was a DJI Mavic series drone. They didn't say which.
That's a lot of trash.
Drone, and what the deal is, they are able to use multiple drone platforms to sync up with this particular garbage skimmer. Now you have a little control. I'm showing this here. I'm trying to fast forward down here to show the control of it. But they actually show how they dump it down into the water. I should have had this stuff up, but I was lazy. This is how they get it into the water. Basically, it has the controller looks almost like an Xbox controller, but you can also set this up to do waypoints. So if you know if a certain area is covered with oil, garbage, or whatever, you can set up waypoints for this thing to swim back and forth. And it runs for 8 hours at a time, like it just said. So in the back here, you can also set up, like I said, a skimmer for scraping up oil out of the water. I forget where that part is all right here. I just thought it was interesting, but like you said, Herman, it's sad the fact that we have to create something like this to keep our oceans. Now, the story also goes on to tell this company that makes the waste shark is dedicated to preserving the Earth's oceans. And what I mean by that, the UN, hold on, let me find exactly what it says. Hold on. Underwater experiment. City shark. Damn, I should have had it queued up, but I don't. But they go on to say that there's an organization through the UN that's specializing in the preservation of our oceans. And this company, this is their website, Rand Marine. And this product that they have right here is the waste shark. 10 hours time, swim time, 5-kilometer range, debris cleared a day, 500 kilograms or 1,100 pounds. And you can set it up for waypoint planning. Okay. Like you said, Herman, it's a shame we have to create stuff like this, but at least somebody's thinking about it.
I'm just curious to know how much garbage that it holds one time before they have to dump it and reload it.
Yeah, they don't go too much into detail. They just say in a day. Now, if it runs 8 to 10 hours at a time, within a day, it can collect 1,100 pounds or 500. Now, that depends on
110 pounds an hour.
What's that, Tom?
110 pounds an hour.
Okay. All right. That makes sense. Okay, it says the sailing drone will be equipped with an oil skimming unit that enables it to clean up oil spills and the two drones will be that it can connect to two drones at the same time can coordinate where it's going. So they started testing it with the DJI Mavic series drone. Like once again, they did not say which drone, they just said Mavic series, which is very smart. So
That one.
but they claim that you can also I need to get back in the chat. I can't stand not being able to see the chat. They claim also that it doesn't only just work with DJI drones, it works with other drones on different platforms. Also did not go into too much detail about that, but it's something worth looking at. And oh, here it is. The project is keeping with the UN's Sustainable Developmental Goal number 14. Okay, concerning preserving marine life in the Earth's waterways, in that it aims to prevent an environmental disaster caused by massive volume of plastic in the oceans. I'm done. I'm done. What do you think, Tom? I mean, once again, we're hearing more. He's muted. Tom's muted, but we're hearing more and more, and we're seeing more stuff about drones for good, drones delivering medicine. Now you're seeing drones, and we
Eco-based,
pollute
eco
the
warriors, right? Well, it's sobering when you hear some of the statistics, and Lawrence mentioned 8.3 million tons of plastic are discarded annually. There are 14 billion pounds of trash, most of it plastic, in our oceans. And it's like I said, it's very sobering to see images of a sea turtle. My wife and I were very fortunate. We got to swim with the sea turtles down in Barbados.
Okay.
And just majestic, gorgeous creatures, enormous. I mean, swimming alongside one that's about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle.
wow.
And to think about, one of these being trapped with a 6-pack ring around its neck, or a straw impaled through its sinuses. They're our neighbors. Okay. And the problem is, when we kill off something, there's a ripple effect. It's like going back in time and changing things, right? There's a ripple effect here. So, we're really doing an injustice here on our environment. We can just be a heck of a lot smarter. So tell me this. There was a beer company that came out, and they made a plant-based 6-pack ring.
Okay.
So tell me why do I have to keep, killing trees, because now we're going to go with paper straws? By the way, I don't know about you, but just the feeling of a paper straw.
It's paper. I get it.
It's like sticking a lumber in my mouth. Okay.
No, have you ever used one, Lawrence?
Oh man, they're terrible, dude. They're just.
It's not something that you can't sit it in your drink and keep it there for a minute. It's not a drink you can sit there and sip on and let it sit there.
No, it'll float to the top and fall out. And so here's the other problem.
I agree.
Why aren't they building plant-based plastics? And the simple answer is cost. Okay?
Yeah.
It's more important,
Plus
to fuel the greed than it is to show a level of integrity and build something that's environmentally conscious. Okay?
Exactly. It just don't. I can use my phone.
How much hold still does the petroleum guys still have on a lot of this stuff too?
Well, where the plastics come from, right, Herman? I mean, we're driving battery-powered cars. Okay, those petrochemical moguls have to make their money someplace, right?
Right. That makes sense. Hey, AZ drone dude, I'm sorry.
How much plastic go into automobiles?
Yeah.
Somehow.
But we're not the worst, by the way.
No, I wouldn't.
We're not even close.
We're not. But
Chinese and the Indonesians throw so much waste. They are incredibly aggressive with their pollution of our oceans. And of course, guys,
Hmm.
polluting one ocean, okay, doesn't save you on your coast. Okay,
It's all the same ocean.
it's all the same.
Damn, I lost my train of thought.
Go,
You know, and a
China.
percentage of this stuff floats. A percentage of it sinks, but 100% of it winds up in the ocean's ecosystem, which, by the way, guys, we're completely dependent upon. Okay.
Yes.
And if you think otherwise, you're kidding yourself.
That's why I'm glad to see that there are people out there that are thinking about it. I wanted to there are a lot of people who are for the environment. They will not feed a homeless person, but they will help save the oceans. They will help save the turtles.
As long as we're not feeding the homeless people to the ocean.
You know, it's true. I'm sorry. The views and opinions that are heard tonight are not necessarily on the panel tonight and or in the chat. All right.
What else are we missing from this episode, Herman?
I got it out.
What makes this episode complete, Herman?
Oh, well, probably hasn't gotten to it yet.
Oh, it should be in one of the news stories, right?
Yeah, it's in one. If not that, in one of his segues.
Okay, good. We'll get there someday.
I'm sorry.
We should start having a poll, you know, do the over-under at what time in the chat does it happen, you know?
Oh, wow.
I said in 50 years, if you need to get to JFK and you're in Manhattan.
Imagine.
Back in the day, you'd take a Pan Am helicopter in New York Airways. But after killing 4 people, we stopped that practice.
I'm trying to focus here. Brand aerials.
It's technology. It's amazing.
It's sad but true. I do have the chat here because YouTube is being an ass, and I know for a fact if I sever this connection, the live stream will go. So I'm not going to
Herman.
When you say sever the connection,
Herman,
reload. Let me try reloading a new browser window. Maybe
whoa, wait. Oh, hey.
No. By opening a completely new browser, it does not affect the current one that I have open. See, here, I'll let you see.
I would also recommend you refrain from making bad comments about YouTube at the current time where we're live streaming. Okay.
Right. Here's the next news story that I have. So I'll go down here and open a new window and let's see what's happening here. We'll click on YouTube and the little spinny thing is spinning. And
yeah, we can see it.
YouTube spinning. Is it still spinning?
It's still spinning. Here it is. Okay. Page unresponsive. You can wait for it to respond by hitting wait, which failed. I hit exit and I just shut it down, and that's it. Like I said, after the stream, I'll probably be able to shut down the computer or something. Who the hell knows what's going on? Roger did have an issue also. I did understand where YouTube just booted him out of the stream, and he had. Wait a minute. That's something.
What?
Wait a minute, I can get the invite here and click on the link. Copy the invitation and well, that's just inviting me back to Zoom. That won't work. Never mind. Fail.
Yeah, that ain't gonna work because you're still in Zoom. Zoom's still broadcasting into the YouTube studios.
Okay, that's fine. We're still live and everyone's still there hanging out, which I can see here in the chat. I don't know what the hell is going on, but I apologize.
I haven't made anyone in the what do you call it?
YouTubers.
You still have control of the stream, right?
I still have control of my computer screen. I just can't open up YouTube.
No, you still have control of the stream because Zoom's still open.
Yes, I can end it I can do that one. Yes.
So you're good.
Okay. That does make a lot of sense. So as long as I don't click end stop, I don't click stop live stream, we're good. I apologize. I have to look this way.
Which means that until you open up YouTube again, you can always come back into the stream and open it up.
Yeah, that's true. But I can see the chat there. To be honest, I thought that it was a good story.
You can do a marathon stream all night then. Let's go.
I thought it was a good story with the drone in the water and stuff because Florida happens to be one of the places, one of the 4 places in this world that these services are being used. The other 3 are abroad, but here in the States, Florida uses that waist shark.
We need it here.
Years in water lines already. And I wanted to put, and I only got that information from their website, which I wanted to post in the chat, but I can't. So to hell with it. Somebody email me a link to Lawrence. Somebody email a link to Lawrence. No, I'm in Zoom, dude. I'm good in Zoom. It's you but acting funny. So to hell with them. Tom, anything you want to talk about real quick before we get to the next story? It'll give me a chance to run the refrigerator and get something to drink.
Well, not much. I mean, still playing around with the FPV drone. I mean, right now I'm going through all my equipment because I'm selling off a lot of stuff because I'm, soon hope to be relocating. So I got to get rid of a lot of stuff. And yeah, a few drones will wind up being auctioned off. So I'm pretty sure, Herman, my P4P is going. And I think my Mavic 2 Pro is, I'm also going to make that available on the market soon. So, but, look, I'm happy DJI breathed a little more life in the smart controller.
Yeah.
It just makes flying that much easier because to deploy with the smart controller is so quick. No hooking up a phone or anything. Turn it on. I turn my drone on. Usually by the time the drone initializes, the smart controller is up and running and I'm up in the sky. So I do like the smart controller. I hate the fact that they my Crystal Sky is good for commercial work only.
Hey, JSK, what's good?
Now, does that load the Fly app?
No, it does not, Herman.
It won't.
Otherwise, I'd offer it up to you, Herman.
Did they say why?
I knew where you were going. They haven't released a Fly app on the platform for the Crystal Sky.
And that runs on what?
Android. Pretty old version of Android, I think.
Because it's funny.
Android.
I was looking at the list of devices that they have for Android for the Fly app. And they have all of the newer devices, and then they have even going back to the 7 Edge, but they talking about Windows, I think 6 or hold on, why I say Windows, but Android 6 or something like that and better. Right. But I have tablets that are running on Windows 7 and better, but it won't download the app to those tablets. Now my phone, it works fine on the phone.
Right. And I was under the impression
my old phone, it downloads the app to that, and I was like, that's funny because I got rid of the use of that phone and got the tablet because the tablet didn't have the delay that this phone has. Now, with the Fly app on this phone, the older phone that I have, it is horrible. Things happen, or you do things, and then it happens on the screen.
Really?
Yeah, it's so slow. It's not funny.
Guys, all of the
problem there, definitely.
All of the windows that I had opened up with YouTube videos, none of the videos are playing, and they're just a blank space there.
So you back into YouTube?
Well, you know how we go to a news article and they have the YouTube article in their story. Well,
yeah,
the Volcano one. I had a story where we talked about the pilots flying the Volcano, but one pilot, the video that I had that I wanted to show was specifically this guy. He had flew a drone into the Volcano and hovered there.
Yeah, he figured his last hurrah with that drone was going to be sitting right over the volcano and let it melt away.
And he hovered, and then all of a sudden, the lens started going like this.
Well, you know what? No, what you saw first was the lens cover melting. Yeah, that's why you still saw an image. And what it was the top bezel started to melt down
Yeah,
and was across the lens. You could see it, and as it dropped out,
Centroid,
but
long time no see. How are you, man?
it didn't last too much longer after that, though.
Yeah, once the lens cover started melting, it went black, and that was one of the drones. Now on my story here, this I'm
You're
trying to.
talking about Bjorn Steinbeck.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Now
was
for
the gentleman that we covered the first time when
this,
we
right?
showed the volcano.
This
Yeah.
is what
Yeah.
right here on
Yeah,
anything.
nah, you're trashed right now. You can't go back. If you
Yes,
do, you're gonna break the stream. So you're stuck right where you are now.
I'm just gonna leave it like that. But
Yeah,
we
there's
can
nothing you can do. We'll
another.
talk through it. We'll talk through it.
Yeah,
That's
we
all.
can go. I can see the chat right here on my cell phone, so it's not as bad. And I have like 85% on my phone, so I'm good. Um, the next story, we did a story on this. We remember we showed the Skydio type drone that DJI had out, and they showed the patent and the picture with the sensors, the two props inverted downwards, and the rear props were up. Well, it's official. The patent has been filed for DJI. Actually, it says DJI files patent for Skydio like features. And if you remember the video of the picture that we showed, the drone with the inverted props and stuff like that, I still have a picture here. I don't know if I can blow it up big enough. That may be an issue. Yeah, it's my computer's acting funky. Anyway, if you notice here, if you can see very tiny and move your face close to the screen or something, these front props are inverted facing down. And on top of the props, where the motor was, are sensors. Now, these props in the rear are on top, and the same sensors that are up here on the front arms are on the bottom of these cameras, of these the legs of this drone. And I just thought it was a very interesting story because for the simple reason we hear DJI wants to do stuff, we wish DJI wants to do stuff, we even kind of dream up stuff we want DJI to do. And someone said a while back, Herman, that once DJI starts putting cameras on their bird, it's a wrap. So it's
Well,
come to fruition.
well, when we first covered this back on Wednesday night on April 21st. The day before that, these photos were leaked at about approximately 6:17 was the first question came up from Osita LV
Right.
on this, and where he had asked about which drone, the Mavic 2, the Skydio 2, or the Autel Evo 2 Pro. And shortly after that, about 6:20 was when this picture arrived,
Hmm. Right.
and he went into talking about he had saw patent file photos of a DJI drone or Mavic style drone with Skydio features, and it was pointing out those cameras that are used for censoring the for the obstacle avoidance on
Well,
this drone. And we're still waiting to actually see, something that proves that. I don't know how well this goes. This is also was also released just before he leaked those photos of the camera.
Tim, that's why I said give me two
You know,
minutes.
the camera that we mentioned.
But I wanted to point out something. Here's another way to pronounce that Ostilov.
Yeah,
It's actually Osita 55. OSITA, the number L is 50
yeah.
and the V is 5. Osita 55. So that's what I'm going to call them from now on. Interesting. Because it's for drone delivery. But here's an equation, and I want to show you this. Everybody missed this, and I missed this also. I wanted to show you. Osita 55 put a question. Mavic 2 plus Skydio 2 plus Autel Evo 2 Pro equals question mark. And I follow this guy on the regular, and I did not see this, but apparently someone else saw it and copied it here. But that's interesting. It's all hypothetical, but now that a patent has been applied, filed for officially, and it's supposedly, they say Skydio like, because Skydio came out with the first one. So I guess they will always compare it to the Skydio
Well,
version.
Skydio was the first one who had the front two props pointed down,
Right.
right? So,
Right.
but yeah, look, what this does is this allows them to put more sensors, okay, in a more optimum
And you guys give me a minute,
spot
please.
for better range.
Now,
So,
well, what I'm curious to know is if this is something that actually comes to, who's doing the processing for it? Because Skydio has a processor that's being used that they got from NVIDIA to run that obstacle avoidance that they use. So,
well, if you remember, DJI has already patented their obstacle avoidance technologies to the point that they're actually going to start deploying them in third-party products and in their own automotive line.
yeah,
So,
I know that,
but yeah, they're not using somebody else's system.
I'm
DJI is the one who
curious to
innovated
know
their system.
how
Yeah,
ready DJI is on that, because
DJI is pretty damn ready, man. You know, by releasing that 2S, okay, that I think that was a huge shift in how they were approaching it, because now, you know, those two sensors on top are purpose built. I mean, they provide coverage in such a much wider range than just front mounted would, right, Herman? I mean, you know, we know our birds have to tip into the wind to fly. So this provides you that obstacle avoidance. And by correlating all that data, okay, you've seen the videos, you're building an environment. You're building a virtual environment that the
Exactly.
drone can smartly navigate through.
Giving the drone a time and a space that it's aware of. Basically.
Making it aware of the space in front of it, right? Or in around it.
Right.
And then allowing the drone using certain, you know, we talked about augmented reality. We talked about AI, and the combination of those elements together. You're building this environment, and then you're allowing the drone to smartly navigate through it.
Right.
Now, the 2S is pretty adept at avoiding obstacles, even those little craggy branches, Lawrence.
Now, the 2S to me is actually missing something. And honestly, if it did have the side sensor, or even the infrareds, like like on the Phantom series that are on functioning that let you know you're getting close, that might have made the sideways flying a lot better. Whereas that if you check it out, the drone adapts to flying kind of catty corner.
From the air. Well,
what happened was
drone shots had said leftover parts from the air. Well, believe it or not, drone shots, you can bet your bottom dollar when they come out with a series drone, some of them parts go into the next one.
Well, I would only hope so, because those of us who buy a ton of drones would like to be able to use some of our product across drone lines. Having to buy brand new everything all over again is
that really
a tap in the pocket.
That really worked between the Mini and the Mini 2 and the
yeah. And so that hence was why they did it with the Air 2 and the Air 2S, where the batteries are the same. You know, to lose just a few minutes off flight time is not a lot when you consider what they put into the 2S.
No, I'm saying, wasn't the controller the same on the
yes.
the Mini and the Air and the Air series on the I think it was the same controller, wasn't it?
Negative.
No.
Okay. The Mini used the clamshell that you would open up and slip your phone into. The original Mini. So
no. I'm talking about the 2, the second one.
The second one, if you're talking about the Air 2 and the 2S, yeah, they use the same. That's the same controller they use.
The one for the Mini 2, the second one that came out. Is it the same controller? Or is it a different controller? I don't have it, so I don't know.
From what I understand, the controller that's from the 2S is the exact same one from the Mavic Air. Now I
We
don't,
know
And the
that.
Mini too.
and I
Well, that's
don't,
what I'm asking.
because I didn't own the Mini
But
2. And
here's what I don't know. I don't know. So you can buy the Mini 2 controller, $120.
Mm-hmm.
It does not say it's compatible with the Air.
But yeah, no, I wouldn't think so. Because well, maybe. It's funny because a lot of the controllers are interchangeable. Guys
hey,
didn't
Stevie, I sent
realize
you an
it.
invite in
The
case you want
DJI.
to come in briefly.
What happened?
I was telling Stevie I sent him an invite in case he wanted to pop in.
Unless the transmission system changes, that's what makes it difficult.
Uh, well, well, it's definitely the transmission system because the S2 is on 3.0, right? Isn't it?
No, I'm saying as far as a interchanging of remotes, one remote being able to use on another drone.
I could not answer. I would not know. Hey, Stevie, I'm about to send you.
Yes, apparently the Mini controller will fly the Air and Air 2S.
Okay.
That's
That's what their
interesting.
site is saying.
Hmm.
DJI has opted to use the same remote that powers the Mavic Air 2 and the Mini 2.
I kind of knew I wasn't that much crazy. I knew they had looked similar.
Stevie Braun, check your Facebook Messenger really quick. Okay, I just sent you a message. I also sent you an invite to come in, but check your your DM really quick. But
Yeah.
anyway, I apologize that I could not show the
What?
the camera drone, the camera melting in the
Oh,
volcano.
wait a second. Hold on a second.
That was a Ubatuba video I had.
Hold on
But
a second.
apparently this browser has been corrupted because
Laura, hold
I
on a
can't
second.
see it. And the only reason that I'm seeing the chat is because I have it on my phone. I can't even insert a commercial because I have no control of the studio. So what I'll do is when I do end this room, there. Thank you, Tom. Whoever
No,
said
that's Herman.
thank you, but I thought this was spectacular because he sacrificed the drone. Now, keep in mind, this is all DVR footage because the drone was destroyed. But the drone stood there for a good little bit of time, and DJI is badass. What other drone do you know you can send into a fucking volcano
Mm-hmm.
and then not turn into a glob of soup before it gets? Now, this thing, keep in mind, is hovering there. I don't know the time frame, but I'm estimating maybe about 2.5 to 3 minutes. And you see the upper right hand corner starting to fade in. That's actually like Tom said. He said that's the camera ring
Yeah,
outside.
you'll start to see it now.
Yeah.
It'll start to droop into the.
Right.
Yeah,
The
you're
camera
seeing it right now.
is
That's the
melting off.
bezel of the lens, and
Shrinking.
that's it.
Then the drone goes black for the next
40 seconds.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Thank you, Tom, so much for showing that.
that was Herman. Herman put that up.
That was Herman. Thank you.
Herman put that
I
up.
couldn't see who was sharing. I know somebody was, but
The risk of breaking the internet.
Stevie. See, Stevie. Very good. Thank you for responding, Stevie. Anyway, I don't know what part of the world Stevie's in today, but when we get our shit going here with those guys to the point where Tom is in Arizona and we're here in New York, and Steve
Nevada.
Capture Life's Connection, and we're in Fiji this week, because he's always traveling and stuff.
Nevada.
Show him how to go live from where he is and see what's happening there. That's all. But all right, Herman, are you done?
With what?
I don't know. I've been trying all stream, man, and
Oh, well,
hold it.
you'll be all
Let me
right.
chat back up.
You got the chat back?
Let me pull the chat back up.
Still can't get in?
Let me refresh it. Huh?
You still can't get in?
No, no. This browser is shit the bed.
I'm sorry.
Basically, it and excuse the expression, but when Herman tells me something shit the bed, he says it to me. That's so I'm using his terminology. But when Herman says it shit the bed,
Well,
basically,
it's like a total loss at that point, you know.
hey little llama, I'm sorry guys, I can barely see the chat, and it's because Ubatuba is acting funky tonight, and it kicked me out of my control room, and it will not
Wow.
let me do anything YouTube wise. So that's just it.
You might have to close the whole thing, the Chrome,
Right after
and
the
then
live,
right, and then open it all back up.
use all connection. This browser is the only thing that's connecting Zoom to YouTube right now.
So what did you want to show? You wanted to show the Mavic 2S video?
Now that we talk about it,
Who? What?
you know that I just can't. You know what? The hell with it. I closed the browser. What now?
You might lose Zoom.
Huh?
You might lose Zoom.
No, Zoom is open up here on the top screen up here.
Zoom's running as an application.
Right, and I'm using my it's a separate app, and I'm using my phone to check out the chat. So if you see me look up, I have to stop doing that and learn to look at the camera there.
So Drone Life RC said he was out flying this morning at about 150 feet when the helicopter flew below the deck and buzzed where he was standing twice. Yeah, unfortunately, helicopters do not have, people think there are restrictions. You're not supposed to fly over populated areas below 500 feet on the Part 61, Part 91 on the FAA. That's not to say helicopters cannot transit in and out of space below 500 feet at any point in time, since they are VTOL aircraft. Okay, so it's real hard to file a complaint with the FAA on a helicopter flying below 500 feet. So you have to be very, very aware of your surroundings.
Okay.
We have had it happen oftentimes. We've had it happen during meets. We've had it happen when we're flying just onesies, twosies. We have a lot of helicopters in our area here. And then we have, law enforcement. So we have NYPD helicopters that will operate just feet off the deck. So we have experienced that here. The only thing we can say is, I mean, Lawrence and Herman themselves have experienced that when they were out flying, and, luckily we watch for each other and we call out aircraft. Now with the new features in some of the proximity safety features that are in the newer drones, you do get alerted to manned aircraft.
That's true.
It doesn't mean you have a lot of time to react, especially, if it's a manned aircraft flying at 1,400 feet in a pattern, that's fine. But a helicopter flying at 300 feet, you better react quickly.
Well, a lot of times with the helicopters, they make so much dang noise, you can actually hear them before you can see them. Way before you can see them.
Especially a Huey. They fly maneuvers along
well,
the
any
beach.
helicopter, usually the more powerful the helicopter, the noisier the helicopter, but that's changing also. But well, yes, be aware. This is one of the reasons why, and I'm not going to be drone police, okay, but this is one of the reasons why the FAA is adamant about visual line of sight, okay? And
Well, I'm going
our
to tell
current goggles on our FPVs don't qualify as visual line of sight. Have somebody there with you.
But Tom, I'm going to tell you right now that the technology for detecting aircraft goes all the way back to the Mavic Pro, because I still have the Mavic Pro, and it shows me where the plane is, and it points in the direction of the airplane. If you
the application does, not the aircraft itself.
Robert C,
that's the application. That's not the aircraft.
Some great video to post soon. I hope so, Robert C.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
Footage. Herman, can we let everybody in on the experiment that we've been doing all night?
What experiment? I didn't think it was an experiment. I mean,
Well, remember,
nobody gives a damn.
Looking forward to see it, Rob.
well,
Hey,
Herman,
Rojo, what's up, man?
Rojo, how are you? Herman was actually, hey, Drone Anu. Herman knows what I'm talking about. He's got jokes. But Herman and I performed an experiment tonight to show how much people pay attention, Tom. Okay. And all night I've been doing certain things and certain cues, and nobody seems to have noticed anything. Hey, JC Flying,
I just
but
told you why.
Blind Needle, but I was making certain motions and things and making it very to see how much people pay attention to your screen. I rarely do my live stream sitting back like this, but the experiment was to see much people pay attention to your screen. Like you have a wallpaper, Tom. Herman in the back, he has the two Phantoms. He's got the Tello. He's got his 2S there. And all evening, I've been sitting back in a chair, rocking like this and giving little peeks. But if you look over here, right here, I've been doing this. I've been like peeking like this, and then I'd lean forward, and I'd like to say all of you failed. I'm just playing.
I'm going to tell you right now. I think we should adopt the Ray Kelly. Okay, so everybody guess a number.
I'm
Okay.
really
That's how you keep me. Guess a number. I'll send you a sticker. Sorry, Ray. They're not putting you down, Ray. We haven't had stickers made yet. Okay, so
okay. Yeah. Well.
Okay, Herman, come on. Give me your best. Come on, folks. Give me your best drone joke.
Best drone joke. What's the best?
Yeah, come on.
I don't know.
I don't have one.
Yeah, getting my drone stuck in a tree today was the worst thing that isn't the worst thing that happened, right? But it's definitely up there. Get it? Up there? It's still up in the tree. Okay.
I got you.
Amazon got approved for drone delivery.
Mm-hmm.
Now we can have skeet shooting with prizes. Okay.
Ken Aaron thinks he's gonna get tube socks. He's gonna shoot down tube socks.
Yeah. He thinks that the only thing a 400-pound drone can deliver is tube socks.
I just look and
right.
Stop dreaming. Stop dreaming about pizza delivery by drone. It's a pie in the sky idea. Okay.
Yeah, I agree. But anyway, I was BSing around. I told Herman, I said, I'm going to sit back like this and I'm going to try and reveal it. And then I'm going to slide back on camera. And I've been swinging back in a chair. And I've been having fun all night. And I actually got up and left the chair like this and walked away and came back and nobody noticed anything. So I like that.
What's that? The Mini?
Here's a joke. Hold on. Did you hear the Germans now have breakfast delivery drones? They call them Luftwaffles.
Hey, you heard that Amazon's going to be using drones to deliver in months, right? But I want to keep my next day delivery instead.
That's I don't know
any delivery in months.
Yeah,
I really don't know any drone jokes. That's not cool. I see what you did there, Tom. Robert C says.
No, I never thought about drone jokes.
But anyway, it is official.
What's that you got over there, Lawrence? Is that the Mini?
No. I have the S.
Oh, okay.
The S. It's still shiny. The plastic's on her. Tomorrow, well, I went flying today.
When are you going to take the plastic off?
I'm actually going to open.
That's what he asked me, right, Tom? When are you going to take the plastic off?
Care refresh, and then I'm also going to call State Farm and put it on, insure it.
When are you going to take the plastic off?
He's going to get 12 witnesses. So that can vouch for him when he actually enables DJI Care refresh.
Okay. Hold on, announcement here. And JSK says, I flew the MA2 out to the lighthouse between New Jersey and Staten Island. over 6,000 feet.
What was that? The views and opinions of
With and at the time you used multiple visual observers.
even the guy standing out in the boat in the middle of the water.
Yes. How did
There it is.
drone delivery will be viable until the first person is killed by a falling drone? Valid point. How many pilots does it take to fly a drone? How many, Curtis? Wait. All right. I just Googled national bird of Syria and a picture of the drone.
Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's terrible.
Robert C. That's bad.
It's just like saying I showed a bunch of Syrian kids my drone. They were blown away by it. Okay, so yeah, we'll leave those ones at the curb, guys. Okay.
We started here, but anyway, tomorrow. My wife goes to work. She won't be on the computer, so I'll be able to hook up to the computer and
get more drone jokes.
Then I want to get a separate registration number for it and stuff like that, and then I'll go out in the yard and
get that $5 bill out.
Played on his video. How do you know that the ingenuity is fake? They showed Ken Heron on Mars with his controller and going back and forth. He played the Jetsons theme song, not the Jetsons, but you know how the ship sound. Their ship sound effect was.
Yeah.
Let's see. I want to know if these guys can hear it anyway. Jetsons hoverboard. Hoverboard. It's not. I can't spell. Sound bite.
Hoverboard.
Sound bite. Let's see what we find. They gave me damn. I don't want no damn hoverboard. I said Jetsons hoverboard sound bit. What do? They bring up hoverboards. Okay, why is my hoverboard beeping? Jetson support. Stupid. All right, never mind. But anyway, if you've watched the Jetsons, you know how their car sounds, little sounds like that. That'll be me in the front yard tomorrow.
Okay.
Listen, I'm sorry. YouTube kind of screwed me up on my stories and stuff. So I appreciate you, Herman, showing that video there. Now that and it didn't dawn on me. I could have kept going live because we're streaming through Zoom. I could have closed the window a long time ago and got control back, but I had a dull moment.
Did you open it back?
Huh?
Did it open back?
Yeah, I got everything open now. It's
Oh, okay.
Everything open now. I'm trying to go back to a story
because that's what would have.
We did the FPV footage of the drone melting. We did the patent for the Skydio like features from DJI, and the only other story is Sage Tech, which
we got some video here.
The story on them.
2S.
Now that we did everything else. That was like if we get time to do it.
Show that 2S video.
What happened?
The video footage from the 2S.
What video footage from the 2S?
You sent it to me when you sent me the thing with with this story here on the.
That's true, show. Copyright strike. I'm sure we got a few already. By showing the DJI box, I'm sure somebody somewhere say, hey, that little nothing of a channel over there showed our picture. We want his monetization. Anyway, I apologize for those of you right now who are now seeing a commercial. I had to hit it. I didn't
hear Herman. I can't hear Lawrence tell you you're seeing a commercial because you're watching a commercial.
Well, no, I didn't get to hit it at the 5:30 mark like I had wanted to.
Hey, Herman, how's the stock doing?
He hasn't mentioned it yet, so I don't know.
Down 89 cents.
Yeah, it's probably
yeah, it's down.
Well, that's only because E-Hang is about to come up.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Let's see. Nah, it's still
Cha-ching.
down. It's still down. Sorry,
Yeah,
Ehang
listen,
Holdings down.
Ehang is about to come out with
Yeah.
a Sky Plus.
Down 3.9%.
They are.
Okay, because you're not mentioning them enough,
Their
Lawrence.
stocks have dropped. Not many people are investing in the 4-passenger drone that Ehang has. It hit the top of the skyline. They flew one across the English Channel. They flew one across some large river over in Asia also, and its sales aren't doing too well. So
now, is this information that we all are privy to, or is this just stuff?
No, it's inside information he's been trading on.
Hold on a second.
it's
Okay,
Go ahead, finish.
hypothetical.
I got to let the SEC know about this. Okay. The only problem is that they were trading at 100. No, they were trading at 46. I think back in February. They're down to 27.9 right now. So, but don't worry, you mentioned them enough times; they'll be back up.
Well, once the time is right, that thing's gonna take off.
Of course. Of course.
Take off. He said take off. It'll take off.
Yeah, they go take off.
Listen, I would like to let
And
you.
I thought you said you didn't have any drone jokes.
I actually feel good that I was able to obtain the 2S, and somebody said to say something like they're falling off of buses here in New York. Thought that would be funny, but I just tried to find the Ehang Airbus, and I have to watch this entire video to get to it.
Look. Ehang first has to come out with something that actually transports people commercially. Okay,
Right.
Not your little pleasure craft over the
people, not small.
I can build a kite that does that. Okay, let's actually get some people transported here. Then we can talk.
That thing is so little, your knees will be up against the glass.
Well, listen, Ehang, they've been trying.
It's like going to the carnival that rolls up in your neighborhood as opposed to going to like the Six Flags
Disney World,
or something like that, or Disney,
and expecting the same experience.
Yeah.
They have been trying though. I mean, it's proven it does work. It does fly.
Look,
I just don't.
Guys, he's an evangelist. There's nothing you can do. Okay. Remember, this is not an offer to buy or sell.
It's smaller than a small car.
You must reach out for the prospectus.
There are no
investing. And remember, all investment is at risk. Okay.
There are no endorsements being paid here to push.
None whatsoever. As he broadcast the Ehang drone on the screen, there's nothing to be gained to you.
No, I just
away.
I mean, this is their best stuff right now, and it sales is like DJI. When sales slow down, you reach in the magic bag of tricks and you go ta-da with something else, or else you get left behind. Right?
So when they come here, will you sign up for one of those flights? Weren't they offering that? Wasn't there like you could pre-buy a flight?
Yeah. Something to that effect. Right. They were trying to see, hey, Big Matt, what's up? They're trying to see if
I mean, what do they call that? Money in mouth? Money, put your money where your mouth is. Right?
They were trying to see how many people would actually risk getting on Novice Quad. You know one of the project managers? No. I just followed them because I was following their stock for a little while. That's all I'll say.
I'm investing in marijuana. I keep it. They're both going to go sky high at some point, right? So,
yeah, right?
Probably.
So I said, I'm going to be, Herman, that's what I figured out. That's my retirement gig. I'm going to be a bud tender in Nevada. Okay. Yeah. For a lot of reasons. Remember, nobody's going to remember you if they have a bad experience. They all leave happy anyway.
Right.
Okay.
What's up, drone worship?
And I guess the employee discount should be pretty good too, right?
Right. And the product sells itself.
Exactly, man.
You don't even need to you don't have to advertise or do commercials. All you have to do is, you got it right here.
You back home? You back home yet, man, from the hospital? I hope all is well. You're feeling better.
Who, drone worship?
I remember last week, I think it was, you were still a little busy, but Rob hit me up and let me know that the battery did get to you. You were taking care of personal business or whatever.
Yeah, Matt. They just falling out of trees here in New York.
Yes, man. Yes, Matt. Hey, Matt. You know why it'll be a decent camera for me? Because my very first DJI drone was a DJI Phantom 4 Standard,
Your
and
first DJI drone.
Phantom 4 Standard, excuse me, does not have does not have an aperture function. So that's basically what this is in 5K. Or at least that's what I'm hoping on. Just got back from a day of chasing airplanes and fixed wing gliders with the boys in FPV. That's what's up. I got to fly my FR7 today. I got the maiden flight. This bird was my very first
Thank you, Tim.
bird.
Thanks for stopping in, man.
Thanks, man. Thank you. And being my very first FPV bird, I asked somebody, Gino, guys know him, in the FPV world from Project Zen. I asked him to build
Thank
it.
you. Thank
I
Okay.
got all the parts, and he put everything together, and that was my first bird. Well, this is my first bird rebuilt, and today I did a maiden flight with her. And I don't like the sound of the 7-inch props, but she flies, and I'm happy with it.
Okay. What's
Now,
that? Halloween drone?
I think it'll be all right. Take care, man. Tim Jackson, man. Have a great evening. We appreciate you coming in.
All
Great
right,
day.
Beautiful bearded ninja. It's good to see you. Drone Worship says that to everyone.
What? Oh,
But anyway, we're not going to be here a whole lot longer because it's been a long day. I flew twice today, FPV twice today, and tutored someone in proximity flying with their new DJI FPV bird.
see, Matt
And
still got both of his Phantoms.
what happened?
This,
P4 Standard and the Pro. Well, I still need. So what you're saying, Lawrence, is that you absolutely let her rip tater chip and the fuck? You just went down south on me because he just started talking Floridian or something there. Dan is funny. Anyway, like I said, we're not going to be on long because I want to open this baby up right here and start prepping for tomorrow. Plus, it just came out of the oven.
Who?
And it's been a long day.
What came out the oven?
Lasagna.
Lajanja?
Lasagna, right.
Lasagna.
What's wrong with him? He has what's that, Herman? Tom?
I said lasagna. It's just like I was at a Italian restaurant, and I asked the waiter just to see because they had a list of specials, and I said, what is this special you have? And he goes, well, that's gnocchi. And I went, excuse me? How long you been working at this Italian restaurant? He goes, oh, I just started. I go,
we know.
Yeah, don't call it gnocchi. Okay. Just drop that G. Okay. Drop that G. It's just gnocchi. What's that?
The video that you did, the link that you posted.
Oh, yeah, okay. So the link I posted, guys, I meant to follow up. But the link I posted was to those of you that are wondering whether the Air 2S is an upgrade to the Mavic 2 Pro or not. And Billy had actually done a pretty good video on that, and that's the link I put up there. Billy's under the impression that it actually is an upgrade to the Mavic 2 Pro.
You gotta wait for that.
I actually need to freeze this video because, like I said, while I'm making my plate, I'm probably going to rip the plastic off of this Air 2. And at some time and point this week is not a good week because there's chances of rain all week long scattered. But at some time and point, I'm going to need to take her out. And
I still have the plastic on the box.
See, you did, yeah, but the box is empty. You did that eBay shit. Put a rock in the box.
It's a hat box.
He put a rock in the box, yo. Don't go for it. If Herman's selling a 2S, don't believe it. Where's the 2S? Oh, it was on top of the box. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Good. That's what's up. Well, I'm only happy, Mr. Blade. It's good to see you. Hope you're staying sharp. Um, Drone Worship. I need to hit you up on Facebook, man. So the people that already give us thumbs downs and don't like us can give us more and have you on here one day, man. You know, I mean, we might go viral if we have your ads on here.
I don't know what that's trying to say, but
I'm waiting. I'm
Yeah, I
waiting.
wasn't too sure. Was that a compliment?
yeah, what was that like you embracing them or
Yeah, we
was
like
it
our subscribers, but we'll
shaking
have
them?
you on anyway.
See, Dan,
Okay.
you see the bullshit I got to go through with these two. You see,
Dude.
Dan, that's why I
Well,
need
Dude,
if he speaks English,
you're
you hear
lucky
what
we're
he
here.
heard.
We're your conscience.
Dan
Okay?
and I can balance things out between you and Herman, Tom.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that we can balance.
You know
Herman,
what?
what is he saying?
You know what?
We team up on him?
I'm gonna sip on my apple juice and not pay him no mind.
Is that what that is?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
from the finest apples.
You know,
That's
I
right.
can mute both y'all asses.
Fermented for years.
Really? I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that's a
Oh,
long
man,
shot.
what's up? I call my Rock Air 2S. Well, I just caught that double. It sounded funny, but then it went ding.
More drone jokes.
Listen, all I can say is,
We can only go up from here.
huh? What happened, Tom?
We can only go up from here.
There
Drone
you go.
days.
Exactly. Big Matt goes stick him up. See. We don't have to have a live stream about a whole lot of much about anything anymore. Yes, she show said it. We went squirrel. An update on the meetup, you guys. What's up, JC? JC's flying. And aren't they supposed to have a meetup somewhere? Somebody was discussing something. I know. My zone drone dudes, those guys from Chicago. Hey, Ray. I jumped ship. Ray, I jumped ship. All right, I must admit, and I'm entitled to at least have this one here because the way I see it, my Mavic Pro is ready to be retired. So I've decided to take my Mavic Pro and teach my 17-year-old daughter how to fly it.
They said,
Oh, is that how you convinced the wife?
They don't fold up no more.
Tom, quiet. What are you trying to start here?
You say the
I'm
legs don't
introducing
fold
my
up no more,
daughter
Lon?
to science and technology, so I have to get another drone so I can coach her through it. Sounds good.
Tom, we need to.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. No. We're just teaching others how to use
Yeah, I like
these
that one,
same procurement methods. Okay.
What's up?
I like that, Lawrence. So now when you get the next one, you can just say you're going to teach other kids in the neighborhood.
That's right. He's
I mean-
starting to have an outreach program.
I'm teaching technology.
That's right.
That's what it is. All right. Sounds good.
And I told her it would be a good thing to know how to do, fly a drone, in case you're ever asked.
In case there's ever an emergency and you got to fly a drone.
So yeah, Lawrence.
You know what's funny, Tom and Herman, real quick? When my daughter was in elementary school, I used to chaperone trips. And as a graduation trip, I chaperoned a trip to Philadelphia. It was some camp for the graduates that they go to every year and they celebrate, making it through middle school and stuff. Make a long story short, I was chaperoning the boys. Now, for those of you who know what a yurt is, I think I'm pronouncing it right. It's that large round tent a yurt. I forget the name. Oh, what is it?
Yeah,
What is it? Okay. Well, it's a round tent that houses maybe 10 to 15 people with bunk beds. And she could not stand it because not only was her dad chaperoning, but after that trip, we spent the weekend there. After that trip, or in school, it was like, oh, that's Novice Quad's daughter. That's Novice Quad's daughter. They weren't calling her by her name. And it was rumored through the school that it was one of the best years the boys had there. We woke up at 5 o'clock one morning and we were playing soccer by the lake. and we woke up the whole camp. That was the best time of the day. Because when we turned around from playing soccer, we turned around and looked. Most of the camp was standing in their cabin doors, like, I can't believe these guys are out here doing this shit this early in the morning. But I need to entice her into drone, seriously. So that was my excuse to get the drone.
There you go.
Mm,
Get her up in the air as soon as you can. So that holds true.
He passed on the last 3. He's waiting for Christmas. Drones are us. That's right, show. I told Matt, I'm happy. You're cool,
you
Vic.
waiting for Christmas?
Cool, Vic. I couldn't fly my Phantom 4 Pro because I still need a controller for it. And my Mavic Pro is 3.5 years old, and it was used when I got it. Okay, so I expect at any time and point, sometime this year, I take care of it and everything, but at some time and point, it's not going to want to take off, or it's just something's going to happen. So I need a replacement. Plus the 1-inch sensor. I know how to use a 1-inch sensor with a fixed aperture because I used to fly the Phantom 4 Pro standard.
Or the Phantom 4 standard.
But anyway, guys, we're about to get the hell out of here because it is Sunday evening, 6:30, and I got a box to open here and some lasagna in the kitchen. I'm not going to open the box till after I eat, so there won't be tomato sauces on the box next week when you see it and stuff. All right, Tom, I saw the little smirk.
Or well-oiled motors from your fingering
right.
everything up.
Yeah, there won't be any tomato.
You don't have to oil brushless motors, remember.
When y'all doing those guys? What y'all doing tomorrow, those guys? Big Matt, tomorrow is Monday.
Working.
Herman,
Yeah.
we need to hook up and do another Karen run. Because the last time the 4 of us flew, Karen tried to get us in trouble and failed. Yeah. We all need to hook up and get together and fly.
You're talking about Anthony's girlfriend? His beach girl?
No.
Oh, that's a different one? Okay.
Some lady called the police on those guys over there. On Matt and Lawrence and Ray.
Mine, Big Matt, I think he's like 6'4", 6'5". I'm 6'3". Ray is tall. Herman is tall, taller than the average person.
A bunch of ne'er-do-wells with helicopters. Okay.
We were at the bottom of, what was that? The 59th?
No, the Williamsburg Bridge. She called the cops on that.
And we were flying, and I remember while getting ready to take off on my second battery, there was a lady in a beige outfit on her phone looking at us going like, yeah, so-and-so, so-and-so, so-and-so. But I didn't pay her any mind because, people have weird, loud conversations. But shortly after she walked off to the side, police came. And it's like a car. Then it was 2 cars. And they came and said, look, we heard you guys are flying drones over the bridge. And we immediately froze where we were and said, look, there's my drone, whatever. We were all registered and flying legally. And she must have shitted her pants because after the cops got there and she saw they didn't harass us, they were more like checking us out and seeing what we were doing. She just rode off on her bike like the wicked witch of the West.
Yeah.
Not on me, right?
Huh?
No, but I mean, once we showed the cops our credentials,
sure.
They just bounced.
Yeah, but anyway,
okay, these guys are legit, and they bounced.
Yeah, exactly. There more important things to do.
Matt and Ray, I can get back out there with you guys because I don't have to fly FPV. I can bring a camera drone and still be able to travel pretty good. Trust me, we're going to get in a lot of flights because I want to use this.
Stevie, let me know where. I'll talk to Eddie. We'll meet up.
Use it a lot.
They're going up to Yonkers next weekend.
Yonkers next weekend. See, we got to plan some stuff. Definitely, Eddie. Stevie, you got our DM. Matt and Ray, we will definitely hook up. Listen, Sunday nights for those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
And we appreciate you all for supporting us like you do every week. Thank you all.
Joe, okay, why you want to throw the Witch of the West under the bus? I missed that.
Hey, show. Her name was Karen.
Oh,
Karens across the United States.
Yes,
that's basically it. Anyway, you
Hey
guys
guys,
say
good
before
time.
we get the hell out of here.
Yep.
See you guys on Wednesday.
Peace and love. Peace and love.
Hold on. Hold on.
Go
My
ahead.
daughter says, "Do you want some?" And she comes by, the camera's there. She comes past me with this cake. Hell yeah, I want a piece of cake. What the hell you think this is?
Are you having cake before lasagna?
Look, dude, I'm
Is that
50.
the new diet plan?
Candy for breakfast if I want to.
Look. I'm just saying, out of COVID, you're coming out of this a monk, a chunk, a hunk. Okay.
Oh, he got all of that back.
Everybody have a great evening. We appreciate and love you all.
Take care, everyone.
Good night.
See you guys later.
Peace out.